Hello everyone and welcome to Natural Disasters. I'm Mike Eldridge, your instructor for the course. Just wanted to give you a brief screencast today to give you a course introduction and to introduce myself as your instructor. Of course, this is Natural Disasters. We'll be learning a lot this semester about volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, just to name a few. These are naturally occurring events that are the result of geologic processes that occur within the earth. But before we get too far into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Brother Eldridge, like I said before. Went to BYU, Idaho from 2001 to 2003. That was the first year, actually, that it was BYU, Idaho. Got my undergraduate degree in geology at UTA in Arlington, Texas. Went to TCU, which is in Fort Worth, to get my master's degree. Got married in 2002 while I was at BYU, Idaho. We have 5 kids now, ranging from 6 months to 14 years. 3 boys, 2 girls in that order. Sports fan. Love the Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, Texas Rangers, no matter how bad they are, which they typically are bad. College teams include BYU, TCU, and UTA. Do a lot of home improvement, basically out of necessity. The home we live in just needs a lot of improvement, but I've learned to actually enjoy those projects. And my favorite thing to do at the house is the yard work, actually. I really love getting that green lawn and making the neighbors jealous. History buff. Love to learn about history. It's another passion that I have besides geology and other things, but I really enjoy learning about history. Do a lot of audible, listening to books as I drive in the car, and it's just really something I like. So professionally, I work as a geologist in the industrial minerals industry. I've also worked in oil and gas, but I have a nice diversity of experience between those two industries. Not many people actually cross over too much between those. There are some, but I just want to mention here about the mining world. Everything around us is something we get from the earth. If you look at your laptop, your car, your cell phone or smartphone, your house, the roads we drive on, I mean, there's so many things that we get from mining. If you don't grow it, you have to extract it from the earth or mine it or drill it. So just kind of some food for thought there about the mining world. So getting more into the course, natural disasters, we're really going to talk about how these things develop, and to do that you kind of got to understand some fundamental principles in geology. I'm just kind of displaying a few things here, but if you look at these schematics and pictures, you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing here. This one here on the left is a schematic of the atmosphere and the way that the air and things move through the atmosphere. And you have your trade winds, your Hadley cells, your polar cells, and this all relates to why you see certain climates on certain latitudes on the earth. Over here, sorry, going back here, we'll talk about climate and the climate change and how that impacts natural disasters. So there's some interesting stuff there. Now here, you've got a fence. This is from the 1906 earthquake in California. This is right on a fault. This is ruptured here, and you can see the offset here. I don't know how far that is, maybe 10 feet or so. And over here, we've got a active margin on a volcanic arc. And there's a lot of things going on here. And to sort of top this off, I'll show you this. This is like a fuller view of that. But really the underlying principle being plate tectonics. So these will all play a role in how we think about the natural disasters that occur on the earth. And these are processes that go on in the subsurface, on the surface, in the atmosphere, and in the oceans. And we could even expand that out to the solar system in a lot of ways. So real quickly though, I just want to touch on my personal experience with the Hurricane Harvey cleanup. This is something that was really interesting and really rewarding to go do. Sad in a lot of ways, I mean, to see the devastation there and to see how it impacted people's lives. But that's really what we'll be talking about. And, how can these things be managed, prevented, the warning systems that are in place? How do scientists approach studying these things? And how have advancements been made in the past? So these are really interesting topics that we'll discuss, and I just want to remind everyone that as we go through the course, I'm really encouraging you to participate in the discussions online, to really give it a lot of thought what you put on there, because the more we do that, the more meaningful it's going to be for everybody, following that BYU Idaho learning model and keeping the spirit of RICS. So guys, just to let you know, I'm very excited for the semester. I'm very excited for this course, to get to know you better and to learn together. And we're going to have a lot of good information. And one last thing before we wrap it up is the spiritual parallels that we will learn as well as we're preparing for the storms of life and what we do spiritually to get ready for those, for the temptations, tribulations, trials, and transgressions. Right. So just think about that. I'm going to sign off for now, but again, looking forward to it, and very excited to get to know you better and to go on this journey with you. We'll see you.